Who are you?
Noella.
What do you do?
Fashion design.
Who do you do it for?
People.
What makes you happy from it?
Customer satisfaction.
You know, roses are beautiful and smell nice, but they also have thorns and we love them. We use them to express love. But now, the piece of art, doesn't it puzzle you? Don't you want to see the thorn in between of all the beauty? Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of It Pricked. It's a rose by yours truly, none other than Doris Wanyagia. So it is a very exciting day. Today's episode, I'm going over to have a guest by name Noella. I'll leave her to give us the details about her name, who she is, where she comes from, what she does. But it is a very exciting episode. We're going to be talking about purpose and fulfillment. So welcome, Noella.
Well, I'm Noella Munga, living in Kakamega, a fashion designer by profession. Yeah, I do business as a whole. Thank you for having me once again.
So when you talk about purpose, when you talk about fulfillment, a lot comes into your mind. But before I go into defining what I mean by purpose and fulfillment, what comes into your mind when I say purpose?
The immediate thing that comes in my mind when we talk about purpose is that it's something that I ought to do or I was created to do. Yeah, that's what comes into my mind when I hear
hear purpose. What about fulfillment?
Fulfillment, it's now like you've accomplished it. You get me?
Yeah.
Because purpose and fulfillment come handy. You can't say purpose without fulfillment. You need to have that dream or that goal, then you need to achieve it. So fulfillment comes after
we talk about purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I concur actually. Because what I had in mind, like I shared, is that when you talk about purpose and fulfillment, is like, what are you in this earth to do? What do you think makes you happy when you do it? Do you think you're really happy when you're doing it? Do you owe it to yourself to feel happy? At the end of a long day, do you feel like, wow, fantastic? Like, does that come to mind? So now I want you to tell us, like, what do you do on a daily life? Every other day that you wake up, what do you do?
Thank you once again. As I said, I'm a fashion designer. That is in my blood. When I wake up, my daily routine, each day I won't go into much. I just wake up, pick my stuff, my umbrella, water, go to work.
I want to understand fashion design. I'm thinking when I hear fashion design, I'm not sure what you make. I'm not sure whether really it is fashion in terms of do you dress models? Do you make clothes for us like myself? Do you make clothes like for normal people? What really do you do in fashion design?
Thank you. Okay, in fashion, I make clothes. I also sew doormats. I also dress people. It's a whole. I dress myself, models, everything in fashion.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is in terms what you do on a daily basis.
On a daily basis, I sell clothes.
Okay.
That is already manufactured. But when I get time, my leisure time, that's now when I make clothes.
When you make your own designs.
Yeah.
Now, talking to you as a girl, probably if you're comfortable, you can share with us your age. Are you comfortable?
It's okay. My birthday is around the corner, so I just have to. Okay, I was born on 23rd December. I'm turning 22 this 23rd December. So you're invited. I'm 22.
Sherehe iko. We're coming. So you're a 22-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Now I want to speak to a 17-year-old you. At 17, what did you want to do now that you're 22? Now that you're turning 22, what did you tell yourself? Like me as a 17-year girl, when I turn 22, I want to be doing this. What was there for you in your mind?
When I was 17, I already had what I wanted to do now. I was dreaming of doing journalism. That is. So I really saw myself as that star. You get me? I'm
Yeah.
that star loved by people. I'm a journalist now. So I really dreamt of being a journalist
So
at
you're dream
17.
at 17.
Yeah.
Now at 22, are you doing what you at 17 wanted to do?
Not really, but I'm trying. I don't know if I'm doing it. I would like you to clarify. I
Uh-huh.
don't even know if I'm doing it or if I ain't doing it. I
I
don't
can't.
know.
You
But
know, when we talk about purpose, we talk about the things that make us happy as people. We talk about the things that we're passionate about. We talk about the things that when I wake up, I can't wait for that night to end so that I wake up tomorrow and proceed with what I was doing today because I love it. And for example, me as Doris, a 17-year-old me that was in Form 4, I wanted to be a lawyer. A lawyer, like it was on top of my list, but journalism was second on my list. I ended up becoming a journalist. I loved it. I gave it my all. I realized that whatever I thought I had for me to make it in law, the same exactly I could use it in journalism. So now, as a 22-year-old girl, yes, 22-year-old girl, yes, as a 22-year-old girl, I think there has been a phase where I've been convinced that whatever I'm doing on a daily basis is not what I wanted to do, is not what makes me happy, is not what I want to do. So when I'm asking you whether when you are 17 and whatever you're doing now is is what you wanted to do, the question is really, are you happy doing it?
yes, right now I'm so happy. I'm very happy. I enjoy what I do.
So you're satisfied. Okay, now let us go to a deeper, probably a deeper angle of it. You said you're also interested in modeling.
Yeah.
What is it for you in modeling that pushes you, that probably calls you out in modeling?
The thing that made me love modeling was the fact that there's chance you can explain yourself in modeling. You have to know things and places like you talk. You
You
understand
get,
me?
yes, I understand you, because I remember like my dad the other day was telling me, not even actually the other day, probably some months ago, we were having a conversation and he said, I don't know why you chose journalism. I know you love to go to places, I know you love traveling, and that gives you an opportunity. So I'm like, yeah, like I it's true. I really love to travel, and I think it's the same with modeling. I've seen I think yesterday or the other day before yesterday, there has been Mr. and Miss. No, I think not Mr. and Miss, but Miss World Kenya.
Miss Fest or something.
Yes,
Golf Hotel.
not no Nairobi, where Miss Wabaya karaoke. I think either she won or she was the best second. I'm not so sure. I don't follow those things a lot, but I get like what you're saying and where you're coming from. So I want you, like, before I ask the other question, I want you to take like some few seconds, think of a letter for like talk to your 5 year elder girl than you are now. It out loud.
5 years from
Girl than you are now. It out loud.
5 years from now.
Yes, 5 years from now. You have a lot of aspects. You have the modeling aspect, you have the journalism aspect, and you have the fashion designer aspect. Yes. You as a fashion designer, what gives you joy?
The thing that gives me joy is seeing a client happy. When I get a happy review from a customer, my heart is so satisfied. I'm so happy.
Tonga wewe as a fashion designer, find people like telling themselves 5 years from now I want to be doing this, 5 years from now I want to be at this specific place. Probably when 2022 was starting, you told yourself by December and want to have accomplished a certain set of goals. So I've asked you before the previous question to think about something you're telling your 5 plus, so that is 27-year-old girl. You as a 27-year-old girl, write yourself a letter as a fashion designer.
That will be, I promise my dear self to come back here with something that will shock everyone. 5 years from now, I promise myself I will be owning a fashion house. I should have won 2 or 3 modeling contests around, and that I assure you, I am not bragging, but I'm so sure with it. Yeah.
So that is you as a fashion designer,
Yeah.
and you as a model.
Yeah.
What about you as a journalist?
Me as a journalist. Okay, I just promise to do more of these. Yeah. Get more skits, more topics. Yeah. Write more. I also write.
You also write.
Yeah.
What do you write about?
I write articles. Yeah, birthday articles. I've never written for a newspaper. I just do birthdays for my friends. Yeah. I've never also written for a funeral. I just know birthdays.
Okay.
And love, that is.
So, when we started, we said we were talking about purpose and fulfillment. Where you are at now at life, would you say you have already found your purpose?
Clearly, I would say yes. When I look at where I am now and where I was before, I'm better off now. So yes.
I have some few questions to help us understand your purpose, to see if really you've understood. So I'll ask a question, you just answer, like just an answer. Who are you?
Noella.
What do you do?
Fashion design.
Who do you do it for?
People.
What makes you happy from it?
Customer satisfaction.
What do you, where do you see yourself in the next 2 months?
2 months. Improve fashion as a whole.
Those questions, we've been able to know who you are. Like, that should actually define your purpose as a person. Like, who are you? I am Doris Onyaga. What do I do? I am a digital strategist. Who do you do it for? I do it for myself, or probably for my people. Why do I do it? I do it because I love it. Where do I see myself in the next few years? Moderating big conversation, having several pages I'm managing, and creating content for a lot of people, and having the podcast go far. So you see, like, with that, the purpose is defined, and that is what you've done for us. Now I want to, what makes you, like, tell us what makes you most fulfilled. What do you do and you feel like, wow, Noella, you're that girl?
Fulfillment, as I said, fulfillment is what comes afterward. You have purpose, you put it on paper or into action. Now you want to see sort of a result or something. Yeah. So,
like, are you fulfilled with the life you're living right now?
Yes.
You're very fulfilled. Okay.
Fulfilled.
That's nice. Now, just leave a short message for you, and I think that will be the end of it.
Okay, dear self, I love you, I adore you, I thank you for all the mistakes you've done and rectified that. I just want to celebrate you today, and I want to thank also Doris for empowering me. I'm sure I'll come back with a testimony. I'm happy also.
Of it pricked, it's a rose by yours truly, none other than me. So in today's episode, we've covered purpose and fulfillment, and I hope that whatever you're doing in life right now makes you satisfied, makes you feel like you're excited to wake up tomorrow to continue doing it. And in case it does not, don't worry, hanging right there, because if should you give up, you'll probably mess up some things. Hanging right there, but fight for what you believe in, fight for the things you want to be doing for yourself, because at the end of the day, nobody knows what you should be doing. Today's episode has been shot at Sky 9's Hotel, Kakamega Mumias Road. You can visit them anytime. They offer nice deals. My name is Doris Onyaga. Until next episode, bye. Thank you. You know, roses are beautiful and smell nice, but they also have thorns, and we love them. We use them to express love. But now, the piece of art, doesn't it puzzle you? Don't you want to see the